off in the country. Oh, oh, temperature like 100 degrees. Like I got some change in me. Black man on a family tree. Getting high on my destiny. Cause I can't figure out. I should have been a love child. Sugar gonna stand this right. What happened to my master plan? Tell me, how did I get life? Oh, yeah. Talk to me. Talk to me. Life. How did I get life? Tell me. Oh, yeah. Tell me, how did I get life? Tell me. Oh, yeah. Life. How did I get life? Oh, yeah. Oh, someone had done me wrong, done me wrong. All night long, gotta get along. Time has put it away from me. Just like a drop in shine, that close to a piece of mind. It was about to be fine. So tell me, how did I get life? Ooh. You know, yo. Even though I need a holiday. All right, hi y'all. Hello. Hi. We're gonna put that up. All right, good morning. All right, I'm gonna say, man, appreciate you guys for being here as always, man. I'm gonna talk about something this morning. All right. All right, so I was thinking about this as I was juggling problems, issues. People, there's a term that says, and so is life. I'm happy as hell, and so is life. Things are up, and so is life. It's a term that is adaptable, and you can apply it to any aspect of what it is you're going through. Blah, 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 blah. And so is life. I'm happy. And so is life. Appreciate you for being here, man. Put them thumbs up. Check out the reboot of Red Pill Fab 2.0. Link is below the video. Mr. Dawks, he's up in this bitch. And so let me take it down to the beginning. People, you always hear me say, we all go to school to have a better life. Nobody goes to school to be a better twerker. Nobody goes to school to be a better booty out nigga. Nobody goes to school to be a better gangster. We all go to school to have a better life. The unfortunates of this perspective is that there are individuals that make a mockery of life. And when you make a mockery of life, you do things based on a trend. You do things based on a trend. I just want me a big booty chick no matter what. I'm going to build my house. I'm going to build my family with a big booty chick. I don't care if she already got 3 kids by 3 different dudes. I want a big booty chick. You building your perspective, you building your family based on a trend. Appreciate that, my man, Mr. Dark says. He's always listening to words of wise men. Appreciate that. You look in the community you guys call Black, there are a whole bunch of families being based on trends, making a mockery of life. People, I sit back and I ask myself, why is it that I'm so in tune to the conscious and things don't have to reach my subconscious level? Here's what I mean when I say that. There's a lot of people that have done things in life. They were going with the flow of life, and then they wasn't conscious of what they were doing. It was the feel good. It was the thing to do. It was the action that matched. It was all these things. And then what happens is they stop, and they could be at a party and be like, I know. Yeah, right. I know. And then their subconscious will hit them. Yeah. What's wrong? Oh, nothing. The subconscious just gave them some divine intervention. I need y'all to follow me. People, life is so important that they actually name punishment based on the word. You get 2 life sentences. You get in 3 life sentences. Life! But yet people make a mockery of it. Life. People, I try my best to eat healthy. I try my best to eat right, because in turn, it'll help me in life. It will not exempt me from ills. But look, I am talking to you today with a physique, with a back problem that many went and got operations for the same back problem that I got. I need y'all to follow me. Because when you have issues or when you're making a mockery of life, what you should be do is harder. You don't want to incorporate that in your life. So you're going to say, well, I know people that, and they didn't. Life. Some would say that when you live with your mom or when you're a kid, your life hasn't started yet. And soon as their life start and they have a family. Notice I said some people. I did not say women. I did not say men. I said people. So knock it off. And then what happens is, because they started a family before they started their life, that's replaced with this ignorant perspective of children are a blessing. Children are a blessing. Yeah. Words of the ignorant. Debt is a beautiful thing when you have it in blessings. It's not a beautiful thing when you have it in a financial. I have so many blessings. I have a high blessing debt, and I love it. I'm not paying it down. Life. The song goes, tell me, how did I get life? Life, oh yeah, talk to me. You seen the movie? The guy was talking about how he was doing things good and then ended up being in jail. How did I get life? People at 50 years old, when I was out on the dating scene, thank God to Miss Cakes, she eliminated that. I would come across female profiles and they would say, I'm looking for a travel partner. And they would have 4 kids and just, you'll see I have 4 kids, an 11-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 19-year-old. And I'm like, and then I look at the money that they make, $35,000 a year. And then I'm looking for my travel partner. I guess I will be too, because if I had a life like that, I'd want to get away too. I'm talking about life. People, let me tell you something about my life. My life is a vacation. I want to stay in my life. I don't need a vacation, ever. My life. I have harmony in my life. I have harmony in my home. I have harmony in my life. Everything that I need is at this place. It's my life. What are you going to do? Talking about life. So since I'm talking about life, let's talk about life. People, I went into the military. When I let my cousin hold my car. He blew the engine and my motorcycle just kept falling apart. And I realized that I didn't have no money to buy a car. I had no money to get my motorcycle fixed. And I was sitting there like, this can't be my life. So I got up one morning and I opened my eyes up and said, I'm joining the military. And I got up and like by noon, I was down at the recruiter's office and I said, I want to sign up and I want to leave today. And it was like, hold on, dummy. Hold on, sucker. Hold on, Chris. You say Chris? Yeah. And people, it was the best decision I've ever made in that thing called, life. It was the best decision I ever made in my life. Right now, I don't pay property taxes on this house. I just got a mortgage because of what I did in the military. It's the gift that keeps on giving. When I went into the military after making that decision, I did something that put me in a position where I can start working today if I want. I'm good. But I thank God that I'm never satisfied in my, it's that word, life. I'm never satisfied. So then that was in my teens, and then 20s came, and then the rest is history. So let's talk about the typical. We meet individuals, and right before they leave the nest, let's talk about guys and we'll talk about girls. You got a dude that he's living for the streets. He's living for the streets. Now, he's dap. He's jiggy. He's brushing stuff off his shoulders because the rap song said so. He wearing his pants off his ass. He a booty out nigga. He just jiggy. You can't tell him nothing. Oh, he got them rims painted on his Maxima. He's stunting. Oh, he got an Impala. He got truck tires on it. He bouncing, baby. Can't tell him nothing. He needs to keep up a persona. He needs to keep this up because the ignorance in the streets is telling him you can't surrender your spot in the streets. So when you're in the streets, you got to keep this thing going. So what he do? He's under pressure. He want to get the bitches. He starts selling dope. He's a dope boy. He don't look at himself as a dope boy. He look at himself as out here trying to make it, and he just having hard times. He says to himself, nobody want to give a nigga a chance, but he's young and didn't even live life yet, like as if he was 50 years old and he had many tries. Nope, he's only 18 years old, but he's saying nobody want to give a nigga a chance. So what did he do? He starts selling dope, and then he get popped. He steals a car and gets popped. He robs a store and get popped. He does, let's just broaden the perspective. He commits a crime and get popped. And then what happens? There's a change in something. Oh yeah, there's a change in his life. Then he becomes a storyteller seller. He gets out of prison 8 years later. Now he really thought he had problems. Now he's behind 8 ball, 3 8 balls behind. And now it's he's selling people the sob story, like, don't judge me and you don't know my life and this and that. But one thing that dude gonna have, since he's in the black community, he's gonna have an abundance of women. His stock in women just went up. That's another story. But he's gonna be selling everybody the story because he made a mockery of life. People, let me tell you something. I'm sorry I don't understand this perspective. I'm sorry when I hear about the success that these individuals have of being fathers. I'm sorry of even being in relationships, of getting pussy. Let's just lower the perspective, lower the point that I'm making. Let's lower it. For the mere fact that they're getting pussy, for the mere fact that they even get a chick phone number, I just like, yo. So I got to tell you what you're dealing with. My dad, Todd Smith, prepared me for life. He didn't prepare me for excuses. So when you're listening to a man here today, if you're involved with me, you're listening to a guy that wasn't taught excuses. I got my man Deshaun up in this. What's going on, homie, man? Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I was telling y'all about Todd Smith. That's my dad. And my dad taught me and all these things. So the way that I'm wired is not from the perspective of individuals. Other individuals may be wired. And I'm just not wired like that. And I'm not sorry for it. I say I'm sorry sometimes, but I'm being sarcastic. I'm being sarcastic. So where was I? Oh, yeah. I was talking about LL Cool Smooth. So LL Cool Smooth gets sentenced at 19, 8 years in prison. He gets out in 7. Now he's 25 years old, and he really is starting to feel the residuals of life.